Hello, I'm James Dodd and welcome to the Liberty A-League Highlights Show. The first week of the finals series began with two elimination finals, the first of which saw Western United host Newcastle Jets at their regional football facility in Tarneit. After finishing the campaign in third place, Cat Smith's Western earned the right to host the one-off knockout game against a Newcastle Jets side who finished 6th on the regular season ladder and were now going in search of their first ever finals win. Your commentator for the elimination final in Tarneit is Teo Pellizzeri.
Wanderers ended up in 7th, narrowly missing out on finals. They could have been Western United's opponent here today. Not to be. Here's Amy Medwin. Can shoot on her left foot. Medwin! Just over the bar. So Western United have fancied their chances from distance a couple of times. Medwin, the Tasmanian, fancying her chances there from distance. Able to turn on the afterburners here. Millan Hammond showing speed. And then puts the ball out. But it's a big call tonight for Hammond. She's only 20 years old. Was at Perth Glory last season, but didn't make an appearance as she recovered from compartment syndrome. She's the daughter of former NBL basketballer Alphonse Hammond. Had a lot of promise. Was an emerging Jet. Came through the Newcastle youth system before that move to Perth. But compartment syndrome is a pretty devastating injury, so it is great to see her back playing. 13 games, yet to open her A-League women's account. And the Jets have possession here. Allen, Serena Bolden, one-on-one against Alana Cern. Bolden steps onto her right side. Who else but Serena Bolden? Newcastle lead in just the 11th minute. And that might be lucky. 13 goals this season for Serena Bolden. 12 in the home and away, and the first of the final series. Lauren Allen gets the assist, but how about Bolden? Went to work, did the Philippines international, and that is pinpoint into the corner. Zimmerman. Back to Alana Cern. Johnson. Vlanich gives Carly Johnson a cause to go and chase. One-on-one against Pryor. Johnson wants the right foot, decides to shoot. Robertson with a parry, and there's no poacher following in. So a bit of time for Gianna Robertson to just collapse onto the ball. Carly Johnson, you can see she's working hard. End-to-end game at the moment. Newcastle perhaps dicing with danger here. Zimmerman, shot on sides! And parried around the post. A great save from Robertson. And perhaps she's right to implore her midfield in her defence, give me a bit more protection. Because Zimmerman here, we've seen her fire from distance once. And she's got her radar well and truly honed now, forcing a brilliant save. So Vlanich in swinging corner once more, an aerial battery at the moment, and Cern scores the equaliser for Western United. What a time to come up with her first goal in the Liberty A-League. And it definitely had been coming. Alana Cern, the first player that Western United signed when they announced their new team in the Liberty A-League, comes up with a vital goal here to bring them level at 1-1. Now Cern looks up at a number of gold shirts, tries to play over the top. Medwin with energy. Up to Johnson, and no foul for the late challenge. Zimmerman able to win possession away, and Zimmerman is through. Catherine Zimmerman trying around the keeper, goes wide, and it's still there! Western United have turned it around within the first half, and Catherine Zimmerman, who has a fantastic record scoring in finals, gets her first in green and black. What's going on here? Is the goal being chalked off? Georgia Ghirardello is talking to the earpiece. Grab of the shirt. Well, it's eagle-eyed refereeing. Falls right on the pack. The initial header. Oh, looks like a handball from Savicki. Georgia Ghirardello had a good hard look and set penalty. the Philippine superstar who scored in the World Cup, now trying to score her second of the night here. It's Bolden's penalty. And it's a Newcastle 2-1 lead. Dispatched with authority. Placement absolutely perfect. And Newcastle lead 2-1 just minutes after thinking they had gone behind. Lauren Allen motoring away on the left. Bolden through the middle. Barbieri wants Hammond instead. Hammond has got Dundas in support. Dundas lifts in the cross. Oh, and Allen had the chance. Didn't make contact with the ball. And yeah, a little word to herself there about what a good opportunity that was to give Newcastle a 2-goal buffer. Hammond, ball deflects to Dundas. Now Davis. Hammond again. Right at the edge of the box. Hammond able to squeeze a shot away. And Copus Brown was hoping that Alyssa Daloste wouldn't be able to grab onto that one first time. Papadopoulos leaps onto the ball. Savicki, Medwin, Zimmerman goes to ground. Penalty! Western United will get their chance to equalise as Zimmerman sends them to the penalty spot. And you can't say it hasn't been coming. Wave after wave of attack. And now Western United will get their shot. And Zimmerman has dusted herself off. She's ready to take this spot kick. Tiana Robertson waits on the goal line. Massive moment, just like Serena Bolden's penalty in first half stoppage time. The diminutive Robertson. Can she get a read on Catherine Zimmerman? How much homework did the Newcastle Jets goalkeeping coaches furnish her with about Zimmerman's preferences from the penalty spot? She looks pretty relaxed on the line. Zimmerman, deep breaths. She scored on the biggest stage of all, a match-winning goal in a grand final. Things just getting a little tense. If anything, Newcastle won't mind this. Just delays the kick that little bit longer. Lorena Baumann and TJ Vlanich. Alana Cern. Well, Western don't want to get in the head of their own penalty taker here by extending this carry on any longer than it needs to. The fact they're all jostling over position so earnestly, and it's a moot point if Zimmerman scores, Western. Back your penalty taker. All right, a very clustered line of players. What do they know that we don't? Everything's set. Time for the penalty kick. Western attempting to draw level. Catherine Zimmerman from the penalty spot. It's 2-2. Western United are level and their season revived. And again, Robertson prefers the drop kick style, but that's straight onto the head of Grace Marr. Now Emma Robers. Through the middle, Western go. Hieda, Marr. Grace Marr able to turn on the ball. Marr and Zimmerman, no, sliced it wide. And she knows what a good chance that was, Catherine Zimmerman. Hoban. Now Barbieri trying to conjure a miracle ball for Ayres. Ayres steadies and scores! And if there was one source of goals to turn to, Melina Ayres was it. Newcastle lead in extra time. Hoban's pass to Barbieri, who uncorked her beauty. And the Western United defence was caught cold. Melina Ayres with all the time and space in the world. And once she wheeled onto that left foot, the outcome was inevitable. Just leaves it behind. Got to be careful, Copus Brown, on a yellow card. Doesn't want to attract the attention of the referee for excessive time wasting. Play continues. Prakash. Taranto couldn't keep possession. Gooch did well, defending from the front. Barbieri, and now Bolden. Hoban over on the right. Bolden trying to stride through the left. Ayres crossing the ball that tumbles. Now to Hoban! Sophie Hoban scores her first Liberty A-League goal at the perfect time for Newcastle. And after 16 seasons, the Jets are looking good to finally win a finals game. Ayres with the cross, it tumbled past Grace Maher, and Sophie Hoban, the 22-year-old, signed from Apia Leichhardt in her first Liberty A-League season. That's what it means to score. That's what it means to give the Jets a 4-2 lead. Savicki. Pryor back to Robertson. Last rights of this one. Stoppage time about to expire. Didimizio. Newcastle Jets, at long last, have won a final in the Liberty A-League. After 15 seasons of hurt in the W League and the Liberty A-League, the Newcastle Jets at last are smiling in a post-season win. It went to extra time, but after a double from Serena Bolden, a goal from Melina Ayres, and another from Sophie Hoban, it's the Jets who are flying high. And even though they finished 6th on the table, they will be full of confidence as they go into a two-legged semi-final against the Premiers Melbourne City.
Ryan Campbell's Newcastle Jets defying the odds to secure their first ever win in the final series, and as such now progress through to a two-legged semi-final. Join us after the break as we bring you the second elimination final matchup in the Liberty A-League final series as Melbourne Victory hosts Central Coast Mariners. Welcome back to the Liberty A-League Highlights Show. The second of our two winner-takes-all contests took place on Sunday afternoon, where Melbourne Victory hosted the Mariners at the home of the Matildas. A stunning 4-0 win on the final day of the season over Sydney FC meant Melbourne Victory not only secured 4th spot on the ladder, but also knocked the Mariners down into 5th on the table, and as such prevented Emily Husband's side from hosting the elimination final. It was their first appearance in the series for 15 years. Your match commentator at the home of the Matildas is Taryn Hedo.
On this right edge, looking to whip in a ball, perhaps catch out the keeper, and that was so close to opening the scoring. Kaya Simon couldn't quite direct her header on goal. Martin with the quick release, Ergamal plays it to Simon. Simon's got Gallage charging up her inside. She'll try and find Ergamal again. Ergamal to square it. No one at the back post. And Beattie Goad tracks the run of Bryson and is able to give Jamila Rankin the ball. She's been great so far, Rankin. Rachel Lowe now in space. Rachel Lowe needing support here, or will she go herself? Still Lowe. Plays the ball across. Privitelli with the shot! And Dumont palms it over. The best chance of the game for Melbourne Victory so far. A great ball from Lowe to find the feet of Privitelli, who had to shoot from there, but Dumont, one of the best shot stoppers in this competition, more than equal to it. Of course, Mariners fans will be hoping that she can replicate some of those performances this afternoon. Here come the Mariners on the attack. Ball out wide to Kaya Simon, who shoots first time over the crossbar. It was nicely played by Gallage, who's been central to everything this game. Nice little outside of the boot pass, and Simon couldn't hit the frame of goal. Here goes Alana Murphy with the free kick. Morrison, her header just missing the frame of goal. It was a well-taken free kick from Murphy. We know how dangerous Morrison can be from set pieces. Take a look at this again. She just got behind her. She wasn't quite able to get over the top of the ball, which is what you need to do. There's Dumont in the cap, trying to combat that sun that'll be in her eyes from that end. Victory will be hoping to take advantage of that, and it is quite an advantage putting in those high crosses. Here's Martin. Ball through to Ergamal. Ergamal, early opportunity here for the Mariners. Cuts inside from the byline towards the back post. And somehow, Kaya Simon has missed the frame of goal. That is the best opportunity of the game so far for either side. She was unmarked, Kaya Simon. Ergamal did so well after being slipped in behind by Martin. And Simon misses the target. Badawea running onto the ball, goes for the cross, deflection, and Ergamal hits it over. Ergamal with another fantastic opportunity to put the Mariners in the lead, and she skied it. Just that inexperience in these situations compared to a Victory side who have been there, done that. That's a beautiful ball over the top to Leah Privatelli, who's got an opportunity but can't get there in time. Now Chidiac with a strike! Just wide from Alex Chidiac. In the second phase of play, Chidiac was there and almost made herself the hero for Victory. Wardlow gets in the way of Lowe. Peter Trimmis looking to get there ahead of Hansen, can't do so. Lovely ball over the top, looking for Privatelli. Martin will try and cut it out. It's deflected and a header goes wide. Rachel Lowe was arriving and she could not direct her header on target. This is fantastic work from Privatelli. It was deflected off Martin, and Lowe couldn't get her body in the right position to tuck it away, and kicked away. Eventually, Zoyce intercepts the transition. Murphy. Alana Murphy to Alex Chidiac into the penalty area. Alex Chidiac shoots. Dumont forced into the save. Low and to her right. Alex Chidiac in that much space will be giving the Mariners nightmares. But it was a combination in the end of Gomez and also Dumont's save that has kept the scores level. Gone out of favour since the return of Gilnick to the side. Now here she is straight away on the ball. Correa Aquino battling forward. Rachel Lowe. 1-2, Rachel Lowe! It's gone over the top. Can it be cleared? It is by Gomez off the line. And the Mariners somehow escape. Rachel Lowe, a wonderful 1-2 with Chidiac. Dumont got her gloves to it and Gomez had to clear it off the line. From Gomez. And now the Mariners driving forward. Here's Ergamal. Can Ergamal get there? She can. She shoots straight at Newbond, but another opportunity. And Ergamal cannot win it for the Mariners. Does either side want to put the ball in the back of the net? Ergamal, her first shot straight at Newbond and her second again. Newbond did well to get up and make the double save, but you have to say Ergamal should have done better. Ball up for Rankin. All eyes on the referee. Murphy. Rasmussen. And that is full time of extra time. We are going to penalties for the 8th time in A-League women's history. A smile on her face. She knows she's been here before, 4 times before. She was here last season. Melbourne Victory penalty taker is Rachel Lowe, their top scorer this season. 12 goals, she takes the penalty and she scores. The perfect start for victory. The first kick is true. Wasn't her teammate, and here she is, Dumont, taking the first penalty. We saw it last season for victory. Can she replicate her effort and score again for the Mariners? Casey Dumont steps up and hits it true. After one penalty kick each, it's one apiece in the elimination final. It's become quite a trademark. You don't often see it from penalty takers. Here's Alex Chidiac for Melbourne victory, Dumont's former teammate. So busy today. Alex Chidiac, great penalty from Chidiac. Placed almost perfectly. We've had 3 good penalties so far. It's victory with their noses in front. Her first season of A-League Women's, of course, this season has been an important player for the Mariners. To keep things level in the shootout. She does so. Well hit high into the top of the net. After 2 kicks apiece, it's 2-2 at the home of the Matildas. You see Newbon handing the ball over to Murphy. We saw that same tactic, if you'll recall, famously at the World Cup, Mackenzie Arnold handing the ball over to her Matildas teammates. Newbon taking a leaf out of her book and handing it to Alana Murphy, who scored the winning penalty last season in the elimination final. Can she score again today? Saved by Dumont! The Mariners have the advantage in the penalty shootout. Dumont doing what she does best, saving the penalty. Ergamal, she had an opportunity to win it for the Mariners in extra time. Can she strike her penalty true? Ergamal scores. And after 3 penalties apiece now, it is the Mariners who are leading 3 shots to 2. If she does not strike true here, the Mariners will have an opportunity to win it with the next kick. Paige Zoyce, the 20-year-old. It's saved again! Casey Dumont, the penalty queen of the A-League Women's. She has saved 2 penalties in the shootout, and now the Mariners with an opportunity to win the first final in their history. She's been so good, Gallage. She's the only player to have started every game for the Mariners. To win the game for the Central Coast, she strikes true. The Central Coast Mariners are going through to the semi-final. They will play Sydney FC next week. Devastation for the home side. And look at what it means for the Mariners.
An incredible end to the contest in Victoria as former Melbourne Victory goalkeeper Casey Dumont became the hero for the Mariners as they secured their first ever finals win to send them through to the semi-finals where they'll now face Sydney FC. That's all for this week on the Liberty A-League Highlights Show. We'll see you next time.